Kia ora, coming to you with week 7 of my Picture My Life 2022. You can find me on social media like Instagram and Facebook as Scrappykea and here on YouTube. I'm using, I'm sneakily using the VIP highlights collection from Close to My Heart. Now, the Picture My Life cards that I've got up there are part of a special kit that I meant to do a whole lot of other stuff with that looked really gorgeous, and I loved the colours. But when I was looking at the photos that I had here for this week, these Picture My Life cards just were like, they have to be used for this page for today. So I am diving into some of them and pulling them out and using them for my Picture My Life 2022 week 7 page instead of the gorgeous kit that they were used for. And I'm sort of thinking in the back of my mind, maybe I need to buy this kit again, as I have used bits and pieces from it over a scrapbook weekend that I've had in the last 2 days over the weekend. So I've pulled out a lot of these photos. I've got some smaller photos here. So I've printed 4 to 1 4x6 on my Canon selfie. And at the scrapbook weekend, there was lots of selfies whirring away in the room as people printed what they wanted to use. So I've printed them really small, and I did that because I knew I had quite a few photos that I wanted to use to document this past week. It's often interesting how you sit and think, oh, I haven't got many photos, and then you look at your photo reel on our phones and it's like, actually there's lots here, lots that I've been working on. So there was a beautiful sunrise one morning while I was walking, and I got a text from my husband saying, hey, look at the skies, and it was like, I've already photographed this, here's my photo. But also with walks this week, I got some new shoes, which are fabulous because my toes fit really well. However, I got some fantastic blisters, and sorry if you're a bit squeamish, some of those photos will be shown. They're tucked under my shoes photo, and you'll see them as I glue them down. I have got some Compeed on them. It's been a week-ish now, so a week tomorrow, and the blisters are still kind of there and a little bit raw, so I've gone back to using some other shoes when I could, and pulled in some bike rides in the morning instead of walks, just because it was too sore to walk with the heels the way they were. If you've got any tips for how to wear in a pair of shoes, that I'd much appreciate them. So today is quite a simple page really, apart from the fact that there are lots of photos on some of these backgrounds, and I am going to pull in some flip-flaps. Like with the shoes, I didn't really want the blisters to be front and center, so I've got a picture of the shoes on the top, and I'm going to add a flip-flap with them tucked underneath. And I'm adding a second flip-flap, which I didn't initially intend to do, over the photo of my drink bottle and computer that I took at school in my lunch break, working away, and just that it's sort of my 2022 drink bottle, loving it. And so just a few things came about as I put this together, and I end up changing the order of these around in the flip-flap that I've used, just because they didn't seem to connect quite right, and it took me a wee while to figure that out, but that's okay. Also, I wrote, when I did some journaling on the card here, I did it underneath here, and because it's a flip-flap that was going to flip up, I should have done the writing or put the photo the other way around on the back of that card. So there's a little bit of logistics and strategical thinking and mathematics and stuff that comes in when we're working on these pocket pages and scrapbooking. I teach primary school, and often I'm sort of surprised at how much maths and how much of this logic and reasoning comes out when we're putting together pages and thinking of layout design and how everything will work together. So I decided today that I'm going to just use my journaling pen and pop a little bit of a note under each of these photographs, and that's the beauty of having printed them a little bit smaller and having these gorgeous Picture My Life cards to write on, so they're a good surface for taking and absorbing the pen as I work through them. So some of the other things that have been going on this week: went for a walk with the ladies. My week for these starts on a Saturday because New Year's Day was a Saturday this year, and we had my brother-in-law, nephew, and my nephew's friend come and stay, and we had a great game of Ticket to Ride. My husband would say it was a really great game because he won, and the ladies some of the ladies from church went for a walk on our Walking Wednesday, and we went around the Kelvin Peninsula. My daughter started University of Canterbury. She's doing distance teacher training. There is still people occupying tents and things at our parliament in part of a protest for against mandates that have been put in to do with vaccines and vaccine passes and things like that. Faith gave me some gorgeous cookies and had a wee cute note that I couldn't resist photographing and putting in my scrapbook. So so thanks, Faith. And we picked some mulberries from the mulberry tree. I've talked about the walking. Some gorgeous sunrises, and I just, as I'm doing this voiceover, forgetting what's tucked up under my hand there, because there's sort of a little bit of a cover over that. Oh, our cats, just the cat antics that the cats have been up to this week, and just their entertainment factor. So I use the marquee alphabet stamp to do that week 7 title, and I stamped that straight onto the Picture My Life card using the foam as a mat underneath, and some archival black ink, and it worked out beautifully. So yeah, just tucking in these photos, and this is where I start realizing that actually these flaps don't quite work, and so I decide that I do a little bit of a change first, and then I think actually I need to swap those around because that photo is upside down, and also it's going to be at the left of it. Now I could have used these flaps sort of coming up the same way, but I just sort of wanted a different kind of interactivity with it, which meant alternating the way the flaps open. I don't know why, that was just something in my head that I decided I needed to do as part of today's page, but I'm enjoying how this is coming together, and it worked out nicely. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, give me the thumbs up. Again, if you've got any tips for how to get rid of blisters or prevent blisters when you're wearing a new shoes, I'd really appreciate them. Thanks for watching.